Hello dear students and welcome to EduTap. So guys, we are back with another session for NABARD Grade A Descriptive English section for Phase 2. And guys, today we are going to discuss some important strategy for including facts, data, statistics, reports and schemes in your essay so that you can draft and you can score very well in this section. So guys, let's begin the session. So guys, for your preparation strategy, we must understand that an essay is basically divided into three different sections. One is introduction, the first paragraph. Then the upcoming 3 or 4 paragraphs should be framed into the body, where we discuss the topic in detail, the pros and cons, goods and bads, consequences, reasons, causes, implications, and all that has been discussed, should be discussed in the body. And then last is conclusion. So we're going to discuss how important using facts, data, statistics is while drafting your essay, right? So guys, I'll show you with example how important it is to use facts and data and how imperative it is for you to score well to crack this paper and to how to do so. So guys, to introduce a topic, now what are the key elements of introduction? Now you have to begin the essay to grab the attention by providing some background information and context. So let's say if you're writing about non-performing assets, so rather than opening your essay with the full form of NPA or the definition of NPA, you should open your essay with some background information that in the last 10 years the percentage of NPAs in the country have increased from this percent to this percent, right? So you should always open your essay with some eye-opening fact or some background information regarding the topic. Then connect it with the topic. How to connect it? Given the scenario that in the previous 10 years that the rise in number of NPAs has been this percent. So we should basically focus on solving this, or bank should do this. So connected with the topic, and that becomes the outline of the argument, right? So that should be your first paragraph. Let me give you a few examples of the same. Now there are a few examples, you judge for yourself which is better opening, right? Farmers can hope for better days as farm profits per hectare are expected to grow 7 to 9% annually, according to a CRISIL report. So this is the background information, guys. But the question that still hangs in the air, can this be executed in reality or will it remain on paper only? Now you can start your essay with a rhetorical question. Now, and that's a very good way of opening your essay, right? Let's read another one, guys. In 1950-51, the contribution of agriculture sector to the national income was 59%. And in 2004 and 5, it came down to 24.4%. Now, this is the background information. This is how you should open an essay if you're writing about agrarian economy, agriculture economy. Now, further, how to connect it with your essay? Agriculture demands topmost priority because the government and the nation would both fail to succeed if agriculture could not be successful, because 2/3 of our population, that means around 66% of our population, is dependent on agriculture directly or indirectly. Now guys, if you remember this fact, now you can use the same fact in n number of essays while opening your essay, right? So this is what we call preparation, guys. You must be prepared beforehand. Now you've seen these two openings. Now look at other openings that we usually tend to make on the basis of our opinions. India has made a place for itself as one of the fastest growing economies in the world, yet it loses behind in a lot behind in the name of growth. As rich are getting richer and poor are getting poorer, the divide has been expanding more than before, without any background information. So this basically seems like a opening that is based on your assumption. So guys, don't do that. Don't base your opening on assumptions or opinions. Try to include facts and data. That would save your time, fetch you more marks, and that would lead to lesser possibility of mistakes that you can make, typos or any grammatical mistake. So this is a bad opening. That is what we call a bad opening, guys, because although it was written well, but there is no concrete data to support your notion, so I would not score it very well. Let's read another one. Poverty is one of the biggest evils faced by India in the present scenario. With an increasing population of people in the BPL across the nation, it seems like a never-ending issue. See, again, no fact or data has been given to support the opinion or assumption. So guys, do not open your essays like this. Try to include facts and data in your openings, right? So that was how you open your essays. Then coming to the body part. Now your body should be should revolve around the topic in different angles, in different aspects. So every paragraph should have, the first sentence should be a clear topic sentence. Then after that, specific evidence or supporting detail. That's where you present any facts or any reports, right? Or any schemes or statistics that you remember pertaining to that particular topic. Then give examples, and then your every paragraph should have unity and cohesion. So to form new paragraphs, use the WH series, guys. A WH trick. That's what we call it: what, why, how, and where. So if you need to decide what points to be included, so just ask yourself this question while you're sitting in the paper: what are the problems or obstacles related to the issue? That would become your paragraph number 1. Or if you're talking about appreciating something, then what are the benefits of the scheme, or what are the roles or purpose of a body? Let's say if you're writing about RBI or NABARD, or what are the reasons behind the issue? Why has this issue been prevalent in the country? Now, why has been the problem prevalent in the country? That's what I was talking about. And then third is, while you're giving a solution, how to tackle, resolve, or improve or fight the issue, right? So what, why, right, how, what are the steps or measures or precautions been or not been taken on the issue? Then where, when, or whom to address this issue to. So guys, these 4, what, why, how, and where, or whom, right, this will help you form your paragraphs in your body. And this should be included with specific evidence or supporting detail. So I'll give you an example what looks good and what looks bad. See the first opening: the problem of food scarcity still looms over India. According to the 2000, see, this was an opening statement. So every paragraph should be written in this way: the problem of food security looms over India. According to then supporting detail: according to 2011 census, the country's rural population is almost 83.25 crore, that is 68.8% of the population. Now there has been wide consensus that the rural development should be inclusive and sustainable in order to alleviate the poverty. The tentative gross budgetary support (GVS) for the Ministry of Rural Development in the 12th 5-year plan is this many crores against this many crores in the 11th period, which includes the major programs. Although agriculture now accounts for only 14% of the GDP, it is still the main source of livelihood for the majority of rural population. See, this is what your paragraph should look like. If you are stating something, the problem of food security still looms over India, and then you discuss it in facts. Whatever you want to convey, you should convey it with facts and data. Let's read another one. Agriculture growth in recent decades has been interesting on many accounts. Divergence in agriculture income increase, specific regions being specialized towards certain crops. Total factor productivity growth decelerated, at least in high productivity regions of the country. Such growth pattern influences employment, poverty, and equity in a region. These issues related to agricultural growth would attract attention of research and development to this sector. See, now this can also be written when if you do not have any fact or any data, but you have concrete, concrete points in your head. But don't do this. Don't make such a paragraph. Look at this example, guys. India has 4 of the 5 most polluted cities in the world. It is not just the air. We are badly polluting our rivers and agricultural land through excessive use of chemicals, plastic, and careless disposal of water. Pollution has the ability to reach massive proportions and destroy the ecosystem if we do not stop abusing natural resources before it is too late. Along with that, planning for the optimal utilization of water needs to be on the top of list, because water pollution and wastage can leave our country dry and barren in the next decade. See, there was no concrete fact. He has discussed everything in one paragraph. Don't do that. Assign different paragraphs to different aspects. What are the problems? What are the challenges? Put that in one paragraph. Include facts and data. Then, what is the reason behind these problems being prevalent in the country? Then any reports on that, then solution to the problem, then schemes launched by the government. So if you're writing about pollution, I would take this opening with introduction with a good fact. Then what are the problems faced by the country? Why have these problems been prevalent in the country? That would be my third paragraph. Fourth paragraph should be solution, a viable solution. Right, then fifth paragraph should be my schemes launched by the government, and this sixth paragraph should be my conclusion if I'm writing a 400 word essay. Right, so this is the difference between writing a good essay and a bad essay, guys. Now coming to the third part, that is the conclusion. How to conclude? Now this is again a problematic situation for students. Now guys, always remember, while you are concluding your essay, you have to give a way forward or a solution. You should always end on a positive note. Right, so return to the theme of the introduction. Whatever you said in the introduction, return to that theme. Summarize the points to support the thesis. Whatever you have written in the body, you have to summarize those points and return to the introduction that this has been discussed. And now, then you have to propose a course of action, a solution to the issue, implications upon the future, or consequences if measures are not taken against an issue. So you should always give a way forward. So let's look at some examples for the same. See, the recent modernization in agriculture sector of the India, of India has increased the annual productivity a lot more than the previous decades. The Green Revolution initiative is showing good effects in India now. Now, this agricultural development has established our country as an independent country for the necessary harvesting amount and one of the leading exporters of the harvesting products. See, this is a decent solution if you're writing about Green Revolution. Let's see, in order to address the main constraints affecting the development of national and regional seed supplies that are mentioned above, the region requires integrated efforts by all nation and international stakeholders and institutions involved in seed supply and plant genetic resource management. Now, on practical issues, lessons learned by some countries could be shared with other countries. Example, how to progress with the transition or how to recognize the most immediate needs of farmers. Now, appropriate policy should also be established at various levels in order to facilitate seed investment and development in the region. So this is like giving a way forward, right? Now let's read another one. Recognition of the social issue is the first step to find solution. Most of the issues are due to lack of awareness, could be addressed through sensitization programs from the government and stakeholders. Since many social issues like sati, untouchability, etc. have been dealt successfully in the past, the future holds hope to deal with the current social issues. See, so you always have to give a way forward. So this is basically how you conclude your essays, guys. Got it? So guys, in this session, I wanted to discuss a few more things with you. For example, some important facts that you can use in your essays, and you should also read many more facts and data and remember them so that you can be well prepared for your paper. But let me point out a few facts for you. India is the second most populated country in the world with nearly a fifth of the world's population. Now, according to 2019, the population in India stands at 135 crores. Now, India has more than 50% of its population below the age of 25 and more than 65 below the age of 35. That means India has a lot of human capital, young human capital. So this fact can be used in n number of essays, guys. Next, about sex ratio. The sex ratio was 944 females to 1000 males in 2016, 940 per 1000 in 2011. This ratio has been showing an upward trend for the last 2 decades after a continuous decline in the century. See, again, if you are writing about male-female comparison, this fact couldn't be used. Now, India occupies 2.41% of the world's land, but supports over 18% of the world's population. At the 2001 census, 72.2% of the population lived in about this many villages, and remaining 27.8% lived in 5,100 towns. That means 73%, more than 2/3 of the population, still reside in villages in India. Right, so that is the critical point mentioned here in this fact, guys. And you can find these facts on Wikipedia, Google, guys. You can just Google it, or you can also find these facts readily available in the fodder material that we have provided you in our courses, right? So you can go through that fodder material, and that would be really helpful for your preparation. Let's look at some other facts. As per NSO, average literacy rate of India is 77.7%. Andhra Pradesh has 66.4%, is the worst, and Kerala has the highest, 96.2%. Now, according to healthcare access and quality index, India stands 153 in 1990 to 145 in 2016, but still it's a bad position out of 195 countries, right? Next, as per 2018, agriculture employed more than 50% of the Indian workforce and contributed 17 to 18% to the GDP. Now, according to latest report, agriculture is primary source of livelihood for 58% population in India. So if you're writing about agriculture, this fact is very handy. guys, right? It would prove very helpful if you remember such facts. Let's look at a few more. Since the start of the 21st century, annual GDP has been 6% to 7%. From 2014 to 18, India was the world's fastest growing major economy, surpassing China. Good facts if you're writing positive points about the GDP or growth. Now, India was the 5th most polluted country. Again, we are talking about pollution. Then 687.6 million internet users were there in 2020. The number of internet users in India increased to 128 million. That is 23% rise between 2019 and 20. So India is increasingly adopting online or internet as a commodity, right? So this can be mentioned if you're talking about e-apps or e-learning or online platforms, anything that you can relate to online or internet, right? So these facts come very handy in your essays, guys. Let's look at a few more. I think India has it's the same. Now, coming to some important schemes that I wanted you to focus, that you should read about these schemes so that you can write about these schemes in your essays. Atmanirbhar Bharat, Garib Kalyan Yojana, Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana, Jan-Dhan Yojana, Skill India Mission, Make in India Mission, Swachh Bharat, Ujala Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, Suraksha Bima Yojana, Amrut Plan, Digital India Mission and Startup Mission. These are very important current schemes that must be read before you walk into that exam, guys. So how to read these schemes? Do you have to remember everything? No, only the salient features. For example, for Atmanirbhar Bharat, the economic stimulus package relief announced by the government is touted to be 20 lakh crores. This includes already announced 1.7 lakh crore relief package as the PMGKY for the poor to overcome difficulties caused by the coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown imposed to check its spread. That's Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Then PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, insurance cover of 50 lakh rupees, free pulses for next 3 months, 2,000 rupees paid to farmers, then free LPG cylinders for BPL families. So these are salient features of these schemes. For example, Jal Shakti Ministry, what does it focus on? So it focuses on issues such as international and interstate water issues, cleaning of Ganga and its tributaries, sub-tributaries, providing clean drinking water. So you should know the basics of these schemes. Now, what does Swachh Bharat Abhiyan entails? Improve the growth percent of toilet from 3 to 10% by 2019. That was achievement. Increasing construction of toilets from 14,000 to 48,000 daily. Launch of national level audiovisual mobile telephony programs and involvement of school children in activities for spreading awareness on water sanitization and hygiene. So you should know the basics of these schemes, and that was it. A display of what you should know before you walk into that exam. So guys, these 5 elements are going to be very crucial for your paper: facts, data, statistics, reports and schemes. And I have been reiterating the emphasis of these important aspects for your drafting, and do not miss these out, right? So guys, thank you so much for joining in. And if you have any doubts, please feel free to contact us on this number 8146207241, or you can drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. And this is our website, guys, if you wish to check out our courses, www.edutap.co.in. So having said that, guys, I'll take your leave for today. I will be back with more such strategy sessions. So till then, keep on working hard, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy learning to all of you guys.